Hi guys, what's up? Toboloco here. Today we are back with our 2010 FIFA World Cup South Africa qualification with Brazil. If you've seen the first part, you'd know that it was quite a long first part, and I intend to keep it shorter this time round with the 9 games we've got remaining in qualification. It's been really good for Brazil. We kind of fell off a tiny little bit at the end of the first part, but then the Bolivia match was really good. I'm not going to spoil it. You can go and watch it if you haven't watched it yet. So what we're going to try and do today is obviously try and win some more games. It's going to be highlighted into very quick highlights. It's not going to be like the last video when it's big. I'm going to try and keep it small because we're playing the same teams again. So yeah, hopefully this will be good. Get some players that maybe are not getting much game time into the squad and actually build their form up and stuff. First match in this video is against Paraguay. I'm looking forward to this one. We beat Paraguay last time. I think it was only like a 1-0 or something, but it was our first match of qualification. This time round it could be very different. They might be looking for revenge. They are rooted to the bottom of the group. They haven't had a really great campaign so far. Let's see if we can keep them rooted to the bottom of the group. You know, Paraguay, really good in 2010 World Cup, obviously made the quarterfinals, but now rooted to the bottom of the group and qualifying. Not great for them. Brazil, on the other hand, absolutely flying. We've got some of the players that we know and love, like Ronaldinho and Kaká, kind of on form. Luis Fabiano is doing amazing in qualifying. Free kick to Paraguay. What will they do here? Barreto to take it over the bar. Crossed in. Header. Oh, that was close. Paraguay had to clear it. Otherwise it would have gone into the bottom corner. 45 minutes have been played in this match, and Brazil and Paraguay are still at 0-0. If we beat Paraguay here, it's probably over for their campaign. I know there's still 8 matches to play, but being bottom of the group really doesn't help. Over the top, Adriano's got it. Missed out by the defender. Shot off the bar. Lucky by Adriano. Been a struggle here for Brazil in this one. One final chance for Brazil maybe. Header off the post. And it's going to end here 0-0. I drew against the team at the bottom of the group. Will this be a turning point for Brazil, or will it be more so a turning point for Paraguay? We really didn't play well. Paraguay were out to frustrate me, and they did. Kind of took the wind out of my sails a little bit after that win against Bolivia. Our next match then is against Uruguay away from home. I seem to be drawing a few games that I shouldn't really be drawing, especially against Paraguay. They were rooted at the bottom of the group. They shouldn't have drawn against me. Maybe a sort of desperation by Paraguay to just sit back and defend, to try and resurrect their campaign. I mean, they're only around about 7 points off the playoffs, so there is potential for them to actually go there. Oh, come on, that's got to be a foul. Fabiano. Go for it. Oh, it's saved by the goalkeeper. It's half time, and again, it's 0-0. I hope it's not another 0-0 here, because that would be pretty annoying, because we've had a few shots, and we have tested Uruguay. Uruguay haven't done anything to us, because we're pretty decent defensively. I just feel like we just haven't got that killer touch at the moment. I don't know where it's gone. Through ball. Luis Fabiano is basically through. Can he score? Can he? Yes, he has. Finally, Brazil score a goal in this video, and Luis Fabiano returns to his goal-scoring form, and it is 1-0 against Uruguay. All we had to do was through ball it and then just slow down and just tap it in. So wonder how the defenders didn't actually catch up with me and throw me off the ball. They've been doing it all game. Luis Suarez. Can he get a ball in for Uruguay? It's crossed in. It's cut. No, it's not all just wide on Forlan. Oh no, over the top. Pereira. He's going to get caught, right? Surely. He goes for it. Oh, good save by Julio Cesar. It's corner for Uruguay. Muslera's coming up for it. I love this. High stakes drama. Cavani's on as well. Will they get an equaliser, or will Brazil be able to get the ball back? And that's it. We just beat Uruguay 1-0. Nice little result for Brazil. Nothing too fancy or anything. We had to grind that one, and we get 3 points. Next match then for Brazil at home is against Venezuela. This shouldn't be too much of a problem. Go on. Off the post and off the upper post! Oh, come on! Oh, that was so unlucky, the way that rolled off both posts and rolled across the line. Look at that. That is so unfortunate for Brazil. Ronaldinho. Oh, beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. And Ronaldinho makes it 1-0 to Brazil against Venezuela. Just absolute talent right there. And that finesse shot was world class from Ronaldinho. Half time, 1-0. Very decent result so far for Brazil. I hope to build on this lead in the second half. Baptista. Oh, Ronaldinho. Oh, good save. I'm still pressurising him. Out to the edge of the box is Elano. Oh, yes, what a strike that was. And it's 2-0. Elano is in the perfect position for that strike and the perfect angle. And we probably finished off Venezuela here. Ronaldinho charging through. He can make it free. Let's try and do some skills. Oh, hey, hang on. It's a penalty. What happened there? What happened there? I did a little bit of skill and he literally just tapped me. And it's a penalty, and it's a yellow card for the goalkeeper. Ronaldinho up to his usual tricks. Look, all I did was just turn. Oh, he kind of like slide tackled me a little bit. Okay, maybe that is worth a yellow card. Alright, well, I'm going to try and get Ronaldinho on the score sheet here again. Why did I put it in the yellow for? What was that all about? Yeah, of course I was going to miss that. Venezuela going through. Can Naldo stop him? Please stop him. Yeah, he's just too good, and he even injured him. That should have been a foul if it was an injury. And there we go, we just beat Venezuela 2-0. Very nice victory for Brazil. We march on to the next game. Our next match at home against Chile. We can hopefully beat them here today. I can't remember what the last result was. I think it might be just like a 1-0 or something. These two sides in South American qualifying usually do end up qualifying for the World Cup. But did Chile qualify this year for the World Cup? Did they in 2022? I don't think they did they? I'm fairly sure they didn't. That's really, really, I don't know, strange, I guess, for a team like Chile. Oh, we scored! Okay! I didn't expect that one to go, and then Adriano scores to make it 1-0. Honestly, I was just like, just do a random shot and just test the goalkeeper. Because Chile have been kind of annoying for the last 20 minutes, pushing my net and stuff, not really trying to score. And then I just randomly shoot it straight in. 1-0 to Brazil thanks to Adriano. Out to the edge of the box. It's finesse shotted. Oh, just wide. Chile go for it, and he scored! I just couldn't defend. No defending there, and Roberto Suazo scores to make it 1-0 before half-time. I love that backdrop with all the flags in the background as he's like celebrating. That looked really cool. It's half-time then, and we're drawing 1-1. Chile giving us a decent game, as I expected, to be honest. I didn't expect them to sort of like lie down and, you know, let me beat them, sort of thing. There's only been really one or two teams that have done that in this whole qualifying series so far. Adriano out on the wing. Can he get the cross off? He almost scores from the cross. Like, that's the first time I think I've probably ever done that. This game has been super competitive. I'm going to throw on some substitutes to try and change it up. Alexander Pato is going to come on, and so is Ramirez. Pato, oh, caught by the keeper, and that is going to be it. A decent competitive game, but more points dropped for Brazil. I'm trying to set records here with Brazil. I wanted the points tally, you know. I'm still unbeaten, which is great, of course, but I just wanted this side to be, you know, basically just win all the way through the campaign. But we got a couple of draws in there that are a little bit questionable, I'd say. But drawing against Chile isn't too bad, and we move on to the next match. Our next match then is against Argentina. We'll try and highlight this one as much as possible because it's the biggest game of the group. Argentina, because we've kind of slipped up a little bit against a few teams, we've actually only got a 5-point gap against them at the top of qualifying. So I need to beat them here to ensure that we finish top of the group. I know it's not like super important, but I'd like to finish top, you know. I mean, look at the standings right now. Paraguay are making some sort of comeback after reaching, well, being at the bottom of the group there, but it's completely so tight right now in that whole middle part of the table. Over the top, Kaka's there. Can Kaka finish it off? Yes, he has. It's 1-0. That was a great over-the-top ball. And Kaká scores for Brazil first to make it 1-0 in the 6th minute. Could Brazil be rampant in this game and destroy their rivals Argentina here? I mean, the first game we played against them in this qualifying, it was only a 1-0. Messi out on the wing, he crosses it in and it's headed out. Brazil's defence, pretty decent. Like, they're really good at sort of shutting down crosses and everything. Mascherano, he's going through, kinda. Into the middle, Gago. To Gutierrez. Out to Rodriguez. Are they actually going to shoot or do anything? They do shoot and it's saved quite comfortably. It's half time and we lead by a single goal thanks to Kaká in the 6th minute. I'm hoping to build on this lead. I'm hoping it's more of an exciting game. Oh, over the top, Messi. Into the middle to Tevez and he blows it over the bar and wide as well. Argentina not very impressive. How did they catch me up? I mean, obviously I was bottling results, but I mean, they haven't been brilliant either in this game. Carlos Tevez, he's got in behind somehow and it's saved just by the goalkeeper. Hasn't been the game that I expected. It's been quite, I don't want to say boring, just both sides have cancelled each other out after the first goal. I don't think Argentina were very good in that game, and neither were we, really. Both sides just a little bit too good for each other, cancel each other out, apart from the goal that we got. So it wasn't the most exciting of games, but at least we did the double on Argentina in qualifying. Next match against Colombia. After this one, we'll check the groups, and then we do the final 3 matches against Peru, Ecuador, and Bolivia. If you look at the table then, right here, it's looking pretty decent so far. Very close still. Very, very close. Anybody from Ecuador downwards can qualify. Crossed in by Colombia. Oh, the defending there just stopped it from going in. I think Julio Cesar got a touch on it as well. Been pretty quiet at half. Not many chances. Julio Baptista goes for it though. Oh, just over the bar. I feel like Brazil have sort of lost a little bit of rhythm from the first part that we've done. I feel like it's gotten a little bit harder to beat these teams. Maybe because now there's... I guess the first part was just like sort of seeing what each team was all about. And now that all of them are sort of like in contention for those spots at the like 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. They're all going for it, so they're all giving me a good game. Crossed in by Colombia. Oh, Falcao just puts it wide. Alexander Pato, he scores just before half-time. We dodged the tackle and through-balled it. Pato was there. Nice little tap-in. 1-0 before half-time. Look at that. Avoided the tackle, found the gap. They came forward too close, and it was just a nice tap-in. Oh, overhead. Oh, Falcao went for the spectacular. Come on, we've got to stop Colombia. Off the post. They come close to scoring there. What's going on? What is actually going on right now? What is actually going on? The game's glitched. The game thinks it's gone out for a corner, but it hasn't, or a goal kick. So we're just sat here. What's everybody doing? This is bad for Colombia. It's supposed to be a goal kick. I think the game thought it was a goal kick, but I've never seen this happen before. Now Julio Cesar's going for it. And finally, we get the ball back. Off the bar! Oh, Baptista getting so unlucky here. Go on. Oh, great save by Colombia. Crossed in again. Header and another save. Come on. Oh, here we go. Pato. Oh, puts it wide. Oh, Brazil. Honestly, how many times? How many times? We're just not, like, clinical enough, but we still won the game anyway. So, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Alright, so looking at the table right now, look how close it is between Ecuador and Paraguay. Look how close it is. There's 3 games left, and I think Bolivia have been eliminated. Wait a minute. If Bolivia get 12, 15... No, Bolivia are still mathematically in it as well. So this is just crazy. We still got to play Peru, Bolivia and Ecuador. So we could end up pretty much ruining Peru and Ecuador's campaign, really, because especially Ecuador, because they're in such a a precarious position. Next match then is against Ecuador at home, so we should be winning this one. If we do, we might put their campaign in jeopardy. Let's see if we can do that. Let's try and spice up this qualifying campaign for everybody below us. Valencia, can we tackle him? Yeah, just about. He almost set himself up for the shot. I feel like Brazil are just like struggling at times. Maybe because I keep messing around with the team and changing formations and stuff. But it just feels like they're just not at their best at the moment. I hope that that changes when we actually get to the World Cup. Maybe Brazil know they've already qualified, so they just don't want to play the way that I want them to. Oh, through ball, Benitez going through. Oh, he misses it. That was a bad miss. Pato. Oh, what a strike, but it hits the bar. Of course it does. Ronaldinho into the box. Header. Oh, just over the bar again from Brazil. Comes Ronaldinho. Oh, saved again by Ecuador. They're really trying to stop me from destroying their campaign. Oh, that's going to be a red. I tripped over that. That is never... Well, it was a red, but the problem was it was never a red because I ran into him. Just so unfortunate for Ecuador. Now we can capitalise on this. Through ball, Ronaldinho, maybe 90th minute winner. Go on. Ah, yes! Come on! Ronaldinho scored! And that is it for Ecuador. We've just beaten them here. And we've definitely thrown their campaign into disrepute now. Because Ronaldinho finishes it in the 90th minute. That was a special celebration, right? I'm fairly sure I've never seen that celebration before in this game. We've just taken that one, 1-0 against Ecuador, and that will shake up the group a little bit. They did play well, but the red card and the 90th minute winner sealed their fate at the end of the day. Oh no, Ronaldinho is out. Okay, fair enough, but at least there's only 2 more games and we've sealed top spot now. So what I'm going to do with the squad, just for the last 2 games, is just see who can be in the reserves that might help us a little bit. You know, we got still decent players. We got like Nilmar and Miranda, Lucas as well, Alex. So these players I've really neglected over the course of the campaign. So maybe I can throw him on and just see what's happening. So I'm going to put Joe on. I'm going to see what he's like in terms of like skills and stuff, and we're going to put him on for Ronaldinho here. So Ronaldinho will sit out the rest of the campaign because he's injured. Who else can we put on? I don't know, man. Lucas? Yeah, we can give Lucas a go if we want. Let's put him on for Felipe Melo, because they're both on the same form anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'll tell you what, we'll put Alex Silva on. I'm fairly sure that's the Alex that played for Chelsea. I'm fairly sure of it, unless I'm just completely wrong. Last 2 games of this video, the first one being Peru. We've got a different side here with Alex and Joe on the field, so this could be a decent one. Lucas, of course, used to play for Liverpool, and I'm fairly sure he plays for Lazio now. Am I right in saying that? Or is he somewhere else? I can't remember. We've also got Joe, who used to play for Manchester City at one point. And we've also got Alex, who I'm fairly sure used to play for Chelsea. There's 2 Alexes on the reserve, so I hope I got the right one. Crossed in, and oh, who was that? That almost scored that absolute wildie. Through ball. Joe, he's throwing goal, and he's put it wide. Of course he has. Of course Joe put that wide. Guerrero. Oh, he snuck it in, and Peru have taken the lead. Alright, well, we're down 1-0 before half-time. That was a little bit surprising, the way that went in. Over the top to Joe. He's put it wide again, man. Honestly, am I going to have to sub him off at half-time? Only 45 minutes played in this qualifying campaign. I've already had enough of him. It's half-time and we are 1-0 down against Peru. This could be a surprising result considering I got a team of reserves on, plus a few first-team players as well. Through ball, Joe. Out to Baptista, he scores, nice one, good assist by Joe, and Baptista has made it level for Brazil, rescuing their unbeaten campaign in the 74th minute. Finally, a decent play from Joe. Hasn't really been that impressive in this match, but a decent assist. If Baptista missed that, I mean, it was pretty close to being a miss, then I would have been fuming. I would have taken him off straight away. Come on, Joe can get the late winner here. The late winner we need. Oh, he misses. And oh my god, dude. Seriously. Seriously, Joe. Right from goal and you couldn't score that. Kaka to Joe. Oh no, that's the most Joe thing possible, isn't it? Hits the post in an open goal. And that's it. We drew against Peru. Not the best performance, but we rescued our unbeaten run considering Peru were 1-0 up. I mean, we missed some good opportunities to win that match, especially at the end. We have one more game remaining, and look how close it is from Ecuador to Venezuela. Any of those 6 teams could qualify for the World Cup. That is madness. Brazil, Argentina and Peru have locked in qualification already. It comes down to the last day for at least 6 of them. And I'd say Paraguay have been the story of the whole qualifying. Remember at the start of the video, they were bottom of the group with like, I don't know, 7 points or something. They've turned it around and now are in the mix. And if they qualify, then that'll be one of the stories of the qualifying, definitely. Our last game is against Bolivia. Bolivia have already been eliminated from qualifying, which is a shame because, well, I mean, they were in the mix 2 games ago, but I guess they lost a few of their games to fall out of contention. We're away from home. It'll be interesting to see if the altitude does affect our performance, because apparently, according to when the game came out, it did have like a system where the altitude did affect your performances. That's why it lists the altitude before the matches. Pato running through. Can he get the first goal? Off the bar. Go for the header. And yes, nice rebound. And we scored to make it 1-0. Alexander Pato getting on the score sheet there. He hasn't done very many times in this qualifying campaign. But we have switched up the strikers a lot due to injuries and squad rotation as well. Out to Ramirez. And saved. It's half time and we got a nice little lead over Bolivia. It doesn't really matter for us, but there's a lot of qualifying going on. We'll see what's going on. And Paraguay leading Venezuela 2-0, Peru 0, Chile 0, Argentina 0, Ecuador 0, and Uruguay are beating Colombia. Into the middle, Pato, he scores, nice. 2 goals for Alexander Pato in this one. And Brazil are going to go unbeaten in this qualifying campaign. I don't know whether or not that's a record or anything, or Brazil have done that in the past. I don't know. I'll end up with 44 points if I win this game. So I don't know if that's a points record or something. I have no idea. Crossed in. Bolivia could get that, and they have. They scored. All right. My defence didn't pick up Martins. And it is 2-1. My stamina is all depleted. Look at that. Look at all the players' stamina. I know it's the 80th minute, but sometimes, like, players still have a lot of stamina at this point, but they really don't. So maybe the altitude thing did work after all. Poor shot by Joe. Honestly, this guy is just not coming to the World Cup. He really isn't. I know it'll be a good meme to take him to the World Cup, but he just hasn't done anything. Like 1 assist in 2 games. And I know what you're thinking, that might be a little bit harsh, but still, we're playing Bolivia. And that's it, we just beaten Bolivia 2-1. It was a hard game, and the altitude thing does work. It's not a myth. All my players were so tired after that game. So, looking at the table then, so Brazil top it, Argentina second, Peru in third. Who ended up in those last 2 spots? Paraguay went through, so that is an amazing story to be bottom of the group for so long and to turn it around and finish 4th. Quite incredible from Paraguay. And Colombia nicked that last spot, well, the playoff spot that is, and Ecuador and Uruguay have crashed out, losing by, well, about a point, I'd say, to get into that playoff position. So unfortunate, because Ecuador were right in there. But Chile and Uruguay are probably the biggest losses out of the whole lot, I'd say. But France in Group A, just like real life, that's really strange. Okay, in Group C we have Slovakia. Serbia in Group D. With us, it's going to be Israel. Okay, fair enough. Next, please, Portugal in Group F. Okay, Belgium in Group G, and Russia in Group H. Here come pot 3. Iran in Group A. Group B, Cameroon. Group C, Paraguay. Group D, Australia. Who's with us? It is Guinea. Okay, thank you for that. This is looking like a very nice group for Brazil. USA in Group F. Group of Death for Group F. Korea Republic in Group G. And in Group H will be Egypt. And the final pot, which is all the littler teams. North Korea in Group A. Who else is going to go in there? Group B, Congo DR in Group B. In Group C, we will have Canada. Okay. Group D, we have Oman. Who's going to join us in Group E? Who will it be? It can't be Peru, right? It's Jamaica. What a group that is for Brazil. I'm not saying that's super easy, but come on. I mean, that is like England's group in 2022 World Cup. That is looking so good. Peru in Group F. Group G, we have El Salvador. And topping it off, we have Libya in Group H. So that is your teams for the World Cup coming up in part 3. So who are we going to take? Who are we going to take? So I'm thinking maybe we're going to take Naldo. He was pretty good in qualifying, so Naldo can go in there for Luisao because we didn't play Luisao. Anderson can get out immediately and we'll swap him for Miranda. Felipe Melo can be on the squad, but he's not going to be on the initial team because he wasn't good enough for us. Ronaldinho, yes, that's fine. Joe, I'm sorry to say it, but no. No, he's not going to go to the World Cup with me. Nilmar will go instead, even though he hasn't played a game. All those players there are fine. Ramirez, Thiago Silva, yeah. Adriano, Luis Fabiano, Kaká, yeah, that is looking all good. I just need to switch one player, and Lucas is not on the main team, but Ramirez deserves a spot 100% on the team because he has been so decent. And that was your second part of Brazil qualification. We successfully qualified for the World Cup. Join me next time on part 3 where we play the whole World Cup until we get knocked out or win it. I hope you enjoyed this part. If you did, then give it a like and subscribe. Keep it local as always, and I'll see you again for the next video.